Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 4 and today we want to present about hortatory exposition. But before we start our presentation, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Gunawan A.
My name is Adrian Syahputra.
My name is Adzroo Nabiila.
My name is Muhamad Arsyad.
My name is Muhammad Salman Alfarizi.
My name is Muhamad Zidane Alfarizi.
My name is Nadia Fakhira.
Now, first of all, we want to talk about the definition of hortatory exposition text. As analytical exposition text, hortatory exposition text is a kind of English text that belongs to the argumentative text. Hortatory exposition is a type of English text which represents the author's attempt to influence the reader to do something or act in a particular way. In hortatory exposition text, the authors give some opinion about certain things to reinforce the main idea of the text. The difference of analytical exposition text and hortatory exposition text. Unlike analytical exposition text, hortatory exposition text present recommendation in the end of paragraph of hortatory exposition text. In this recommendation, the author tries to invite and persuade the reader to do something. This is very different from analytical exposition, which put reiteration or rewrite the main idea of the text as the closing of the text without invitation or recommendation.
The purpose hortatory exposition is sought to persuade the reader or listener that something or should not be the car out be doing. Generic structure. Next. Number 1, thesis. Introduction to the main idea of unfetched or even the will be raised or dusher.
Number 2, arguments. The opinions of the writer that support the main idea. The more opinions the author writes, more attractive a hortatory exposition text because readers tend to believe if there are many opinions that support it in it. Three recommended. Dobry station to
Characteristics. Focus on the writer. Have first-person point of view. Using passive voice. Contains argument and fact. The language feature of exposition text. Using simple present tense. A writer uses simple present tense sentence in writing a hortatory exposition text because the text is used to persuade the readers that something is the case. D. Using temporal connective. A part that connect with time. For example, firstly, secondly, then, less, during, meanwhile, when, while, before, after, or other things. So, C. Using ablative word. Adjective, effective, successful, skillful, and other things. Verbs, convey, suggest, illustrate, make it clear, and other things.
D. Using abstract noun. An abstract noun is a word which names something that you cannot see, hear, touch, smell, or taste. It is the opposite of concrete noun. For example, culture, policy, advantage. E. Using thinking verb. Thinking verb is a verb related to thinking activities such as think, wonder, understand, worry, believe, and so on. F. Using action verb. Action verbs are verbs such as running, thinking, or calming that express something that a person, animal, thing, or process does in nature. Here is an example of hortatory exposition. The title of the text is Why Students Should Eat Breakfast Every Day. The first generic structure is thesis. This thesis introduces the main idea of the text. In this text, the main idea is about should having breakfast. According to the first sentence, is a lot of people, especially young people, go through the day without having breakfast.
So the second part of genre structure is arguments. The argument contains some opinion and some facts from the author. So the opinion from the author is in the first sentence in this text. The first reason why you should eat breakfast before going to school is for your health. And then there is a fact from this text. The fact function is to explain or complete the reason or opinion from the text. So the fact is in the last sentence. So all you're going to get is gastritis and a lot of problems with your health if you don't eat breakfast. Next. And there is argument too. Another reason for eating breakfast is because you need food to do well in your classes. Next. So the argument 3 or the last argument is the last reason to have breakfast every day is because you can avoid disease if you eat some breakfast in the morning. If you don't eat, you are going to get sick, and this disease will have a stronger effect on you because you're going to get sick easier than people who have breakfast every day. Okay, next.
Okay, so the last generic structure of hortatory exposition is recommendation. Recommendation is some recommendation or tips that the author gives to the readers. And in this text it is better to wake up earlier and have a good breakfast than run to school without eating anything. So hortatory exposition is a text that the author gives some information, argumentation, and recommendation or some tips. Hortatory exposition and analytical exposition is similar, but these two types of text it's different. The purpose of the hortatory exposition is to persuade the readers to do something in the right way. And the generic structure of this text, the first one is thesis, the second one is argument, and the last one is recommendation. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. We hope you can understand. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.